Dear Fortuna, I'm sorry to only contact you as the harbinger of bad news, but I need to meet you to pass on a message from your friend Grith. Yours faithfully, Taya, Orbiter Badge 210, Rank Waxing Crescent. Wow, I can't talk. That's embarrassing. Hello again, Fortuna. How are you? Hello, Taya. Get on with the bad news already. Of course. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but Greth broke the magical pact. Summoning a behemoth is not something any of us should overlook. I had to arrest her. No. Why? Greth. This is horrible. I wish I could have done something about that. Come on, Fortuna, don't torture yourself like that. You wouldn't understand. What is there to understand? Is there something we're not aware of? Stop writing shit down. Leave me alone now. Please. Okay, I'm sorry. Before I leave, Greth wanted you to have something. Gaitherion. Terrors often roam the cosmos, unable to harm anyone until someone lets them in, and they become the feeders of a whole sisterhood. Take care, Fortuna. Man, that really does suck, because the first time I did this, I managed to pick different contracts, and I actually managed to free Greth of the behemoth, and she was by my side the entire time during the campaign. Now it's a little bit different. But that's the point of playing this game. Yo, Fortuna, the newcomer I told you about is ready to meet you. She doesn't even have a familiar yet, so I'm contacting you on her behalf. Say the word and I'll bring her to your place. Dahlia. Fuck me. I look like shit. I don't know why I even bother to go shopping if I don't feel like eating. I guess my future self will thank me when I get stoned tonight. Today's my birthday. Should have gotten myself a cake or whatever. I'll put a candle on a hot dog or something. Will Denaton release a new game soon? It's been way too long since Hotline Miami 3. Maybe I can start another run of Elden Ring 2. I don't know why I even get up in the morning. Life doesn't make any fucking sense. It don't make any fucking sense. How does everyone else manage not to hate themselves? I wish I was brave enough to drop out of uni. I don't even like computer science. God, I'd rather kill myself than go to work in an office. I'd rather not work at all. I wish there's a way to stop existing altogether. Wasn't the Akara system supposed to make us all happy? That crappy AI overlord probably doesn't have enough processing power to save a miserable being like me. Hope those idiots don't ask me to hang out today for my birthday. I don't feel like seeing anyone. Fuck, I forgot the toilet paper. Surprise! Come on, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear dead name. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday. Did we surprise you? Come on, make a wish. I... I wish. Don't say it out loud or it won't come true. Okay. In that case... Welcome. I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I don't know. Oh, that's fine. I guess you're still figuring things out. Yes. First need to come to terms with being in outer space and having become a witch? That's right. You're a witch now, girl. How do you know I'm a woman? Only women can become witches, so there's no doubt about it. Everyone seems to be clearer than me on everything. I haven't even had the chance to get out of the closet to myself, but everyone here keeps addressing me as a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather have me switch back to masculine pronouns? Hell no. I'm sorry. I'm just angry it didn't all happen on my terms. Well, you have an eternity ahead of you to enjoy your true self. I guess I should be celebrating, but I can't still picture myself out of this ugly beard and hoodie. I believe I can help you with that if you'd like. What do you have in mind? Some kind of glow up? You'll be the one doing the transition. I'll just offer you some guidance. It's not very different from what all of us witches had to go through. None of us is seated in these cool robes and hats. I'm an engineer. I wouldn't even know where to begin with designing an outfit. It'll all come to you. Trust me. Shall I perform a rite? I did it for my sister once. You can just relax. This is a pretty cool moment in a witch's life. Ah, I'm in your hands. First of all, I'm going to summon a Fate Mancer's disc to check on our chances of success for the ritual. Chance of success? Does this mean I can fail? Not really. It'll just mean you'll take more time to figure out your witch identity, but it'll come to you in time. Great. Just try to enjoy it. Sure. What do I have to do? There are many ways to go about this. My favorite one is by making some tea. I'm going to interview you to try and find some elements that are fundamental to your essence. Then we'll pour them into this teapot and brew a cathartic infusion. Huh. Sounds so surreal. But sure, I'm game. It can be pretty delicious. A good friend of mine taught me this method, and now I wouldn't go about it any other way. I'm kind of envious, since this is something a wish can only taste before transitioning. Are you ready? Of course. Interview the shit out of me. Question. Tell me about yourself. What to say about myself? What do you like to do? A bit of your background, whatever you think is essential to your being. When I was about 10 years old, I saw a boar trample a friend to death during a school trip. That is oddly specific. It's the first thing that came to my mind, and I find myself thinking about it too often whenever my mind's idle. Of course, let it flow. I like electronic music, video games, spicy food, western movies, and gardening. Ooh, gardening can be a great asset for a witch. Well, I mostly grew marijuana and chili peppers. Is there pot in space? There is. Everything in the universe. But recreationally speaking, there's way better stuff you can get a hold of now, being a witch and all. Nice. Could do with some of that. Sure, I'll set you up with a friend of mine. Did you do anything creative? Not really. Maybe cooking. I love cooking, but too often I find myself too depressed to cook anything at all. Well, you have all the time in the world now. Sure. So, did you find anything useful? What? I'm not adding the childhood trauma. Let's add some electronic music. Why that out of everything? Music has some mystical properties to it that allow us to connect with what we can't verbalize. It's a magic language in its own right. Cool. Let's continue. Question. What would your ideal aesthetic be? I don't have a single clue. Definitely not this. Use your instincts. Pour out any keywords that may come to mind. I don't... What could be the opposite of this? I'm too embarrassed to say anything out loud, to be honest. I'm not comfortable speaking so openly about how I'd like to look. Take your time. Something flashy? Sexy? Shit, what am I saying? I feel like any look would be too big for me to fill. I want to feel good about myself, but I also don't want to overdo it. A witch isn't capable of overdoing her looks. You met Dahlia, right? Fuck yes, but she is one hell of a woman. You're a hell of a woman too. I don't feel so ready to own that. Okay, how about something empowering? I'd love that. Do you really think I could pull it off? I don't have any doubt. Okay, let's go with empowering then. Cool. Question. What would you dream of doing as a witch? I don't know. What does a witch typically do? Eat children in cursed towns? No. Well, not typically. You can do whatever you want. Some of us take care of magical gardens, some others craft daggers, some others organize cosmic orgies. Myself, I dabble in divination. I don't know. I just want to have fun, make some true friendships, visit different places. I've felt trapped for too long in my apartment. I want to be free. You can do all that outside of your occupation. Any crafts you may be interested in? I don't know. I was preparing myself to become a computer engineer. I also enjoyed growing stuff, so making potions, or maybe an explorer. Any excuse to visit lots of cool places. I see. What to add is your vocation? I picture you as a traveling merchant witch. The traveling part sounds fun, but I don't know if I have the charisma to become a merchant. You do. We witches all have charisma. I'd say one can't ascend without the necessary charisma. It comes with the package. Once you've found your true self, I'm sure you'll be radiant. I hope so. Alright. I think I can picture myself roaming the cosmos with my wares. Nice. I have enough. Let's pour you a cup. The odds on that disc of yours aren't as high as I'd like them to be. They're good enough. Fill the rest with your willpower. You can do this. Okay. Let's drink this. Cheers. Oh, my goodness, you look amazing. Do I? Yes, you are stunning. I can't wait to get in front of a mirror, but I feel stunning myself, yes. I feel weightless. This is amazing, Fortuna. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. How can I ever repay you? You just become the best witch you can be. Enjoy it. You can count on it. Can you feel it now? Your calling? Yes. I am the Peppermancer. That is so cool. What are your powers about? I don't know yet. Something spicy, that's for sure. I need to find a fitting name for this persona, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do from now on. So many questions. I feel anxious and excited. I can help you out with that. My specialty is helping witches dealing with questions using my deck. Oh, Dahlia told me about that. I was kind of bummed when you decided to brew some tea instead of letting me see your deck. So, yes please, I'd love to see your cards in action. It'll be my pleasure. I propose we look into what role you'll play in the Coven, so you can form a better picture of where to direct your training. Yeah, that's cool. Also, what do you say we look into the future to see what you'll call yourself so you can start using your name right away? Yes, please. I can't go by Untitled Witch Project forever. Nice. Anything else you want to ask while you're at it? No, I'm fine with just that. Let's leave some room for discovery. Very well. Now, focus on these questions while I shuffle my deck. Endurance. We walk the road alone for everyone to see, a song for incredible deeds. The hero inspires us to achieve the impossible. The golden shovel is a symbol of determination. You are going to grow magical peppers, and they are going to be in high demand, especially the lust reapers, which will multiply sexual arousal and stimulus. Hell yeah! That sounds like totally my shit. I know a great deal of witches who will want to bid on your harvest. This is just perfect. Some business is just what I need to keep my mind off the astral mess I've gotten myself into. I'm eager to learn the ropes of witchcraft. You better get ready for a crash course then. Totally. I'm supposed to grow some peppers and I don't even have a home or a garden yet. You should talk with Jasmine about that. She's a gardener. I'm sure she could set you up with a nice cosmic parcel. Perfect. I'll go and meet her after this meeting. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Ravaged home. War distorts all feeling. The wolf mother dispatches discipline with fury. The red flame from the candle leads to disgusting discoveries. The overstimulated fire energy becomes a cleansing power. Death and rebirth. You are Nova, the Peppermancer. Whoa, Nova. Sounds so alien to me. It feels like stealing a name from the identity database or something. But I like it a lot. I'll do my best to live up to this name. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You're welcome, Nova. That's a wrap. How did you like my divination? Super cool. You got a great talent. Although, I'm not sure if I'll resort to it again anytime soon. There's something dreadful in becoming aware of fate's existence and knowing you can't escape it. Not that you're to blame, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it can cause that effect. I'm sure I'd lose it if I had a talent like yours. So tempting and so scary at the same time. I'll stick to the peppermancy. It can be maddening at times, yes. What are you planning to do now? Dahlia wanted to introduce me to more people, and now I feel ready for it, thanks to you. Happy to hear that. Please, come and visit me anytime. I will. Goodbye. For the attention of Witch Fortuna, our colleague Jasmine asked me to meet with you to explain the advantages of devouring a Dana and becoming stronger as a group. This is an important matter, so let me know when I can visit at your earliest convenience. Faithfully, June Raisha. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm not used to dealing with young witches, so first of all, excuse me if I say something too blunt or out of place.
Don't worry, that introduction was polite enough.
Good. You need to vote for Jasmine. I don't care for her program, really. It is just imperative that we eat Adena's corpse.
Whoa, I thought you came by to do some convincing, not to just order me around.
We are inches away from unlocking a new whole dimension of understanding. There will always be time to open the gates to more witches. Who knows? It is possible that if we ascend higher, we can directly grant illumination to anyone.
Yeah, that'd be very convenient, huh?
I can expose some pretty solid arguments, if I may.
Be my guest.
Do you mind if I summon a Fatemancer's Disc to calculate the chances that our interests will align?
I know your disc's secret.
And what that may be.
Your invention is pretty convenient for any witch facing some kind of critical situation. What they don't know is that the disc is also recording everything, collecting information for you.
That is true indeed. How did you learn about it?
My third eye isn't just for looking.
I believe you to be the first person to know. Please don't disclose it to the rest of the Coven, or you will deprive them of an essential tool.
How about you make the disc stop stealing info?
That I won't do. To collect intel on witches' dire situations is in fact its main purpose.
Don't you have any sense of ethics?
Ethics lose all meaning when you spend a decade trapped inside the dungeons of the Inquisition. I need to gather as much information as possible for the betterment of my holistic formula. I won't disclose any secrets, if that is what you are worried about.
Still, the mere knowledge of your peers' issues is a clear violation.
That's irrelevant. Those are the ethics of the privileged. When you are faced with death, when you become a survivor, it's all about the results.
How about you summon a Minister of Secrets at least, so you can't possibly disclose any sensitive information?
I don't see it as necessary, but I will, if that keeps you from sabotaging my project.
It'll make me feel better, yeah.
Understood. Do you mind if I summon a Fatemancer's Disc anyway?
Sure, go ahead.
Good. The first thing I want to use to demonstrate the advantages of harnessing power is a present. I learned that you craft your own cards using Arcana. With enough power, you could create your own and not be limited to the ones found in a grimoire. Here.
This is a very obvious blasphemous reference, which is really funny. The penitent one, the lone survivor of the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, so named because those in the congregation took a vow of silence as a form of penance.
While I was at the mercy of the Inquisition, I met a penitent pilgrim. He didn't say anything, but he left a lasting impression on me. Using my holistic formula, I captured his essence in the form of a super arcana for you to use in your divination. Think about the possibilities if you were able to etch any element of the cosmos that marked you into a card.
Is that enough of a reason to keep more witches from ascending? It feels too egotistical.
I'm aware of that. For someone as intelligent as you, flattery won't be enough to make up your mind. So next, allow me to take a demonstration of power.
Oh, thrilling. What do you have in mind?
Thanks to my understanding of the holistic formula, I made myself immune to fate.
Sorry I laughed. It sounds way too ludicrous.
Then go ahead. Read my fortune. Throw me your meanest card.
It'll be my pleasure.
But wait. My formula may damage your deck in the process. Are you sure you still want to go through with it?
You're planning to dispel my card, aren't you?
How did you... Is there a way to get a hold of one of those magnificent third eyes of yours?
Would you like me to help you find one through my divination?
That sounds tempting, but as I told you, I am immune to the arts of fate.
Not much of a perk right now, huh?
It's alright. I have my own eyes anyways. Even at the cost of a card you still want me to demonstrate, I believe it'll be a very valuable lesson.
I'll take your word for it. My deck is too precious.
That's a pity. It would have been a pretty enlightening experience for you.
Maybe, but I spent way too much time on these cards to let you break them in anyway.
If you don't embrace entropy, you will accumulate too much baggage to be able to prosper as a witch. Attachment limits growth.
I have my own ways.
I'm sure you do.
Well, what's your next solid argument to persuade me towards eating the old hag?
I feel that's enough for today. Your mind is too burdened for me to effectively impart wisdom.
That's a shame. The disc isn't looking great either.
But it didn't reach zero. Only time will tell whether or not we become allies.
Very well.
I'll come and see you again in the future.
You're welcome to come anytime.
Farewell. Quite a character, this Junreisha.
I kind of liked her, to be honest.
I sympathize with her. She has that kind of look only a behemoth can recognize.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Those eyes. You only get them when you manage to peek behind the curtain. They evoke a calm dread, if that makes any sense.
I can picture myself getting there at some point if I keep delving into the mysteries of this deck.
Maybe, maybe not. You're too stubborn for that.
Hey, I'm not that obstinate.
If anything, I see you acquiring the presence of a master. It requires a special kind of confidence to evoke that.
Oh, thank you.
Only idiots and erudites manage to get there, and I'm still on the fence about which one you are.
Ha ha, very funny. I think we'll go ahead and make a card in the meantime. It's really interesting. I really wish I could have gotten my first reaction to a lot of this stuff, because it was, like I said, this is one of my, if not my favorite indie game of all time, and it is so interesting running back through it now, especially with the options that I've made and just seeing how things have worked out. It really is funny, because if you go through with Junreisha's with what she says, she will end up just, you throw a card out and your character Fortuna can't read it, and she's like, what? And then it just breaks it and you can't use it anymore, and it's like, well, there goes that. The first time seeing that is like, it's crazy. You're just like, wait a second, my card's gone, how did that happen? This is definitely a bit of a weirder card, but why not, you know? Void Scion. The energy of the stars is fierce. Those hated by the dragon will wither away. One look from the ancestral being can command mortals to sin. The Arbiter's book puts this revelation in front of many eyes. The meanings of this card are sabotage, adversity, authority, rejection, bad omen, and temptation. Also, all we have now is water energy, which I didn't mean to end up with so much, but we have it for whatever we may need it for. Fortuna, not cool I had to learn you can get visitors now from other than you. I don't know if you are aware of the current state of things, but we need to talk. Patrice. Chapter 5, An Inquiry into Values. Things weren't as easy as you have them right now. When I was about the age of little Michael here, I was already working. What did you do, Grandma? I spent most of my childhood helping my mom sew work clothes for the farmers.
I wish I had a job already. I hate school and my allowance is miserable.
You make more from your allowance than I made sewing clothes. I got paid 30 cents apiece.
What? Then why did you even bother doing it?
I had to help my mom. She was paid $2 apiece, but during those times it was enough for us to get by.
Why is everything more expensive now, Grandma?
I don't think I'm ready to explain that. Ask your dad about inflation when you get home.
Did your dad explain it to you?
I'm afraid not. My dad died in the war, back in Spain. He didn't have time to teach me much, besides how to use a knife and how to cook a mean paella. Or paella? I'm not sure how to say that.
I love Grandma's yellow rice.
You sure do, beautiful. I'll make some paella tomorrow. What do you say?
Yes! Yes. Why did you come to America, Yaya?
First of all, this is not America. These are the United States.
Okay. Why did you come to the U.S.?
A couple of years after my dad was killed, my mom had to flee to France with me and your Auntie Fortuna to escape from the fascists. Then we moved to the U.S.
What are fascists?
Very mean people who don't like anyone who thinks differently from them, or simply is different. And there are any fascists in the U.S.? Too many, I'd say.
Oh no. What are we gonna do, Grandma?
Don't worry about it, I'll protect you all.
Yaya, tell us more stories about Aunt Fortuna.
This is the perfect place for it, since it was on this very beach I saw your aunt for the last time.
It was here where she died?
I've told you 1,000 times, your Aunt Fortuna didn't die, she went to live in the stars.
Come on, Yaya. I'm old enough already.
But it's true. We drove here on a beautiful summer night, just the two of us and our friend Ava.
I love Ava. She gives me candy.
Yes, Ava's always been a sweetheart. Fortuna made a delicious pizza, and we opened a nice bottle of grape juice.
Wine.
Yes, wine, Maria Fortuna.
I want wine.
That night, there was this beautiful meteor shower, so the three of us made a wish. I asked for my sister to be happy.
She wasn't happy?
She had a good life here, but she needed more. Your auntie is magical. She's always had special powers. But this world wasn't ready for all she had to give. Out of the blue, she said, I want to be a witch.
I'm scared.
Shh, Michael, it's all right. She's a good witch. Then she got up and started walking towards the sea. The stars fell upon her from the sky, but also rose to embrace her from the bottom of the ocean. She walked until she disappeared into the water.
She drowned then?
No, she went to live in the stars. Don't make me repeat myself. Her body was never found, so she didn't drown. She's in a magical place now, watching over us.
Why doesn't she come to visit?
That I don't know, sweetheart. Hello, Fortuna. Oh no, you're upset. At this point, I'd say I'm more disillusioned than upset. When were you planning on telling me you can accept visitors? I didn't want to worry you until I figured out this mess. So you managed to get yourself into a new mess even in exile. I don't know why I even keep caring at this point. What do I need to do for you to let your big sister in? Have I ever failed you? Patrice, come on. I've explained this to you too many times already. You are in. It's just that I don't like to be saved. And you're always too quick to make my own problems yours. I want you to be my friend, not my mom. Although not even our mom intruded as much as you do.
Oh, I know. Who do you think changed your diapers and took you to school?
Not this again. Listen, it's been 2 centuries since I last saw you. Why don't we skip this part and cut to the tense and cordial conversation?
Fine.
How's work?
Stupendous, I'd say. While you've been gone, we've managed to become one of the most popular publications among many covens. We even started overseeing a side editorial about magical technology, which has been a hit among witches of the Machina cult. 10 modules you won't be able to live without once you've installed them in your mech. I know. I'm not proud of those kinds of headlines, but they work wonders.
I'm sure. I find them dumb too, but I gotta say, Cosmic Gazette's top 5 trinkets of the week is one of my favorite sections.
I know. We should stop trying to play it smart and embrace our love for random lists. For this year's special, we may even go full bait, top 10 best lists in the cosmos.
I'm looking forward to it.
And to think I used to be a best-selling author back on Earth.
Are you still checking on your descendants?
Nah, got bored a couple of generations ago. It was important to me to veil over Maria Fortuna, Eric, Michael, and the rest, and I was genuinely curious about how they raised their children. What became of them all? I don't know. The ego trip of witnessing one's legacy, but at some point it lost all meaning. It just became voyeurism, watching strangers go about their lives.
They stopped talking about you, huh?
Shut up.
I know you too well.
Prick.
How's Juliet doing? Are you still together?
No. That had to end. We broke up about 50 years ago.
What happened?
She went and joined the Arbiter's office willingly. Can you believe that?
Why did she do that?
So she was overwhelmed by what being a witch implies. All that freedom, the directionlessness. She depended a lot on me to decide how to use her time, but I'm not the kind to become anyone's conductor. She was fine whenever she was busy, but every time I needed my space, she had severe episodes of anxiety and depression. She knew she was hurting us both, so in the end, her solution was to forego her freedom. From what she's told to me in her letters, becoming an arbiter gave her a mission and a purpose.
What a shame. Well, whatever works, I guess.
Existential dread is a widespread disease among witches.
The irony of immortality.
What about you? What have you done this time?
What are you implying?
Something embarrassing, dangerous, or illegal, I'm sure.
An arbiter revised my sentence. That's all.
Bullshit. You can't lie to me. I know something's off because otherwise I wouldn't have had to find out for myself that you regained visitation privileges. And what's more, that you have a brand new tarot.
It's not tarot.
Even worse. What have you done? There must be a reason you wanted me out of your hair.
Fine. Show yourself, Abramar.
Holy fuck, Fortuna. A motherfucking behemoth? Pleased to meet you, Patrice. And it talks. What do you mean, it talks? We behemoths fucking invented language. And I'm not an it. Please refer to me as he. What have you done, Fortuna?
I did what I had to survive.
Survive? This will get you executed, erased from the cosmos.
I was living death anyway. 200 years alone on this rock is worse than oblivion, Patrice.
Who could blame you, really? Fucking Adana. We have to use the elections as an opportunity to save your ass. I can start by calling in some favors, see if we can get you in the running. Patrice. What?
You're doing it again. Stop. This is my mess. I can handle it.
You can't handle shit. Look at the situation you've gotten yourself into.
I've been a witch for decades longer than you. I don't need your lessons. You may have been my big sister back on Earth, but not anymore. In fact, you're the little sister now. Know your place.
What did you just say, you ungrateful piece of shit?
You heard me. It's my turn to protect you. Just by colluding with me on this behemoth issue, you could get punished too. I didn't even tell my best friends. That's why I didn't want to get you involved. The fucking nerve. I don't need your help. The sooner you get that into your head, the better.
Why did you turn me into a witch, then?
I didn't turn you into a witch. You were destined to become one. How many times do we have to go over this? I just read the cards. Wait.
What?
Oh my god.
Are you alright?
I did turn you into a witch. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Patrice.
What are you on about?
What, you're sorry now? What's going on? Oh shit, your bone cancer. Oh. Oh my fucking life. Fortuna, easy. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I recently learned something about my divination that, well, it changes everything. What is going on? I'm not a reader. I'm a writer. What the hell does that mean? Adana's corpse visited me recently. She told me why she sent me into exile and why she took away my deck. I'm not seeing the future, I'm deciding it. Forging what's ahead. I killed you. Whoa, slow down. First of all, we were kids. You're not responsible for my fate no matter the forces behind it. I gave you fucking cancer. Hey, shut it. I had a great life. If not cancer, it would have been a truck or the aftermath of all the drugs I did. I do not hold you accountable for any of that. Still, I'm so sorry. And then, you're right. You've always been right. I turned you into a witch. I couldn't bear you dying and I dragged your soul into space. Well, I do hold you accountable for that. Not that I hated being a witch, it beats eternal slumber. However, I think you owe me. You must let me in. You wanted me back in your life so bad you pulled me out of death's embrace. Now own it. This is too much, Patrice. I don't want you to read the cards anymore. The responsibility is overwhelming. Listen, I see how your powers present quite an ethical conundrum, but we're not on Earth anymore. I haven't met a single witch that isn't fucking overpowered and exploiting her abilities to satisfy her ambitions. You're like a super witch, so what? Use your powers to do good or whatever. I don't know, Patrice. Moreover, I believe you should act on it, like that spider guy that Ava liked. Having great power and not using it is irresponsible. That's not how it goes. No? Well, you get me. But where do I draw the line? Case by case. I know you're a good person. I'm not afraid of letting you tamper with fate. Read the cards for me. Come on. Really? What about? Read into my end. No! Come on, we all have an expiration date, even witches. Write me a beautiful death. Patrice. You know, being aware of how I was meant to die gave me superpowers back when I was immortal. It is weird, but I miss that powerful dread. Please, Fortuna, grant me illumination once again. Alright. I love you, Patrice. I love you too. Here we are again. But let me tell you, this is the last time you make me read into your end. You get reincarnated or whatever, you deal with the pain of being alive like the rest of us. Deal. Wait, how does this new deck of yours work? For you it's going to be the same, mechanically speaking. It's just like tarot, but I crafted this deck myself, capturing arcana inside the cards, so I can fine-tune my style of divination and don't need to be so dependent on the classic tarot symbols. Wow, cool. Okay, show me what you've got. Lost cause. Overflowing with hate and regret, the quicksand taints its visitors. The zealousy of a paladin is a harsh counselor. The light of the blue flames bring forth trouble. The overstimulated fire energy becomes a cleansing power, death and rebirth. You are going to die at the hands of a behemoth. Well, it sounds better than bone cancer. Can you feel when? This year. Oh. I'm so sorry, Patrice. I better start living witch life to the max, huh? How can you remain so calm in the face of certain death? What can I say? This isn't my first rodeo. I'm glad I asked you to read into my end. I had a lot of stupid plans that I can ditch now. I think I'll go and try my luck at using the forbidden door to pleasure. I've got nothing to lose. This is so liberating, Patrice. Is it Abramar, the one who'll kill me? I don't know. Maybe. What do you say, Abramar? You gonna kill me? That isn't something I would like to do. Fine. It doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything. Let's focus on making sure that at least one of us lives to see what's ahead, shall we? Again, I don't need saving. Please just go enjoy the time you've got left. No. You wouldn't refuse your sister's last request, would you? Come on, that's not fair. Suck it up. Here's my plan. I want you to run for leader. Absolutely not. I'm dead serious. When I learned that Adana died and the Coven needed a new leader, I automatically thought of you. Your divination makes you the perfect candidate. That's why it pissed me off extra to discover that you could receive visitors this late. We've already lost a lot of time that we could have put into preparing your campaign. I'm sorry about that, but anyway... Dahlia and Jasmine are already running. So? They call dibs on the seat or what? Things would get too tense if I decide to run now. I'll have to deal with it. For God's sakes, we're all centuries old. I'd expect, demand a certain degree of maturity from all of us. You have exactly the same right to run for leader. Dahlia and Jasmine came to ask for my support, and I rejected both of them, so I guess it would make sense that I try and go for it myself. You're not the first one to tell me I'd make a great leader. You all are gonna make me believe I should do it. You should. You must. I'll help you. First order of business is to define a program. I'm gonna go do some scouting, and I'll come back with a picture of the current political landscape. Then we can decide where we stand on the hottest topics. Okay. This is all moving so fast. Don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. See you in a bit. Get your deck in order, relax a bit, and we'll set everything in motion when I come back. Cool. See you later. Bye. What a bossy sister. Tell me about it. The air seal didn't seem to make a dent on her. I'm a bit disappointed in my magic. I'd say Patrice adores me in her own way. She just has a tough way of expressing love. I'm beginning to think I sided with the wrong sister. Shut up. So, shit is getting real. You excited? As a matter of fact, I am. I never would have guessed I'd end up tangled in politics, but I'll use this opportunity to stop complaining and start doing. You're about to become someone's Adana, aren't you? I want to think that I'll handle things with justice, but yeah, you never know who you're about to piss off. Okay then, what do you need me to do? What do you mean? For example, do you want me to deliver a letter to summon Dahlia and Jasmine to let them hear about your final stance? Good idea, a friendly reunion before the race. You never know how gruesome things will get, and the three of us didn't have the chance to meet just to hang out like old times, so do invite them, please. I will. I'm glad you let Patrice know about me. You don't have to worry, she's loyal. Oh, I'm not worried. On the contrary, I'm eager to team up with her. Team up? Come on, you have a behemoth on your side and you were planning on not using me during the campaign. Just let your sister know about my skills. I'm sure she'll put them to good use. I can spy on opponents, dig up some dirt, spin the cosmic wheel a bit in her favor, you know. Okay, I guess that's a great resource, but don't you do anything without my approval. Absolutely. It may not look like it, but I'm a team player. Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna lay down for a bit now. I need some rest before facing the mess I've gotten myself into. Talk to you later. The cosmic wheel you dream about. You are performing a dance in front of 100 jade statues. You dance and sweat for 3 full days. You fail the final step and the statues crumble and you are engulfed in black flames. You enjoy it.